Beware the five-legged man. He eats whoever he can. He doesn't come from heaven, and once legs of 7, 'twill fold you in his horrid little band.
Welcome to Deadlands Dime Novels, The Adventures of Young and Holt, Issue 19, The Five-Legged Man. I'm your narrator, Ernest Wick, intrepid reporter for the Tombstone Epitaph. In this issue, Young and Holt, along with Joshua's old friend Saul, find themselves in the woods outside of Ortonville, on the trail of something that has caused a bit of a ruckus. It's a distraction they don't need, as Porter is desperate to get to Fargo in the hopes of rescuing Regina. But, as you are well aware, trouble likes to find our posse. Now, let's see where they're at.
So yes, you hear a scream in the distance, and you start. Are we running? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, since we left the horses in town.
Yeah. Okay. You get to the edge here, and everybody make me a notice check. 6.
4.
4. Both of you see something, but it vanished very quickly in some of the brush, because there's brush and all that tree growth and all that stuff that's here. But you saw something that looked kind of large, and just in the shadows of the twilight, you saw that it looked like it went that way. So Porter gets 9. Ooh, Joshua, ace of
Do
diamonds.
humans get a free edge?
Humans get a free edge.
So I'm actually down an edge. I won't worry about that right now.
Okay.
Next time I'll look
You're
at that.
too drunk to use your last edge.
There you go. So Joshua, you're first with your ace.
Head to the camp, I'll cover you. And then I'll move parallel towards, that way. And I'll go ahead and shuck kindness and mercy.
10 of hearts. Saul, you are up.
Are there any lights or torches or anything like that?
They've got the startings of a fire, but there you can hear there's some screaming type noises. Not like panic, like, oh my gosh, it's right on top of us screams, but screams as if because they heard the other scream and then they can hear something in these woods.
Right. Well, I'm going to draw my weapon and proceed just in a straight line directly toward the camp. I'm going to kind of go between tree to tree to put some
you can
cover.
go ahead and move. And each square is basically one point of movement.
All right, so I'm going to kind of take cover temporarily as I run towards.
If you want to do a full-on run, you certainly can, and you would roll a d6, and then you get that many additional movement points on top of that.
I know.
If you do full-out run, just because it's dim, I may have you make an agility check just to try and stay on your feet.
I'm cool with that.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you get an additional 6 points.
6 points.
All right, and make me an agility roll. This is just straight up agility, and of course they'll get the wild die.
8.
Oh yeah.
14. No.
You are deftly prancing through these woods, dodging roots and not getting your feet caught and things. Right. And Porter.
I'm gonna pull up to this tree right.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull up to this right here.
All right.
And I'm pulling out my deck of cards.
Okay.
Because
Not gonna load your shotgun.
my shotgun's already loaded. It's been loaded, okay? It's been loaded, okay? And I am going to cast Mist Me. And I'm going to actually spend power points because now I'm scared. So I can make a spellcasting roll. And -2.
Have you taken your third dose of the stuff?
Yes.
You did?
I did, yes.
He took that while we were
Make
talking.
me a vigor roll.
Okay.
Just a straight up regular vigor roll.
That's right.
Ooh, look at that.
-2 is 9.
9. You may ignore 1 point of wound penalties. So you're still -1, right? Because you have 2 wounds?
Yes.
Okay. So your wounds only give you a -1 right now. All right, now you can go ahead.
That's my cost. I'm going to go ahead and fail.
You should always deal.
I should, because that's exactly what I'm built for, but I'm scared right now. I'm a coward. After that last trouble. I'm not sure what's going on, so I backed down and I paid for it.
What about your card, Julie?
So I failed. Okay, so I don't get any backlash. I just can't call it out.
You just can't call it up. So,
But not this one?
Saul, you get to where you are, and you're still charging. You're hard charging up there, and then you hear a sound off to your right, and
Oh, he's right in front of me.
there's branches and pine boughs just kind of like fly open, and this monstrosity of things comes at you, and your eyes, for some reason, can only focus on the bottom of this creature, and you notice, the first thing you notice is it has 5 legs. And actually, when you're looking, it almost looks like maybe it has 6, maybe 7. You're not sure, but there's a lot of legs. And you look up, and you see like this whirlwind of arms coming at you. Make me a guts check. If you succeed or fail. You can spend the benny. What did you get?
3.
3. That is absolutely good.
Actually, 4 if you add the grit, but then there's also the penalties that you said there was going to be. So.
Oh yeah, don't worry about my penalties.
Oh, okay.
I'll apply those. So
yeah, I got a 4.
Got a 4. Okay, right now you have failed.
Okay. I'll re-roll.
Okay.
Do I re-roll both?
You re-roll both things, yeah, and you take the better of the 2. So even if you crit fail on this, you're still going to make the better roll.
Well, that was going to be a crit fail, but this was not, so that's a 5.
You are struck with fear as this thing comes down upon you, and roll me a d20.
13 is not a 1.
Ooh, 13.
Even though it is an unlucky number.
Actually, and 1 wouldn't be bad in this case, but okay, you just make a note, you have gained a minor phobia hindrance somehow associated with this trauma.
You gained a phobia.
So then this thing is going to attack you. What is your parry score?
2.
Okay. Oh, all right. So this thing, it comes charging right up to you, and it makes this unholy sort of... And just as it's coming down, you see like 4 different heads in this thing, and these 2 fists come wailing down upon you. What's your toughness?
My vigor is D4.
So your toughness is 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you are shaken and have a wound right now. You can spend the benny to try and soak that wound, or you could just take it. And all you need to do to soak that wound is you spend a chip, make a vigor check. If you succeed, that wound goes away.
I'm gonna take the wound.
Take the wound. All right. So you're -1 wound.
Yeah.
And so so it just boom, boom, and you kind of rocks your world and kind of bashes you back up into the tree a little bit. Okay. Next round, 2 of hearts. Look at
I am
that.
scared.
Gets the Joker. 3 of clubs and King of
My
hearts.
death is about to approach.
So I
don't roll 1.
I technically get to go first, but because he got the Joker, he can jump in front of me,
Which I'm gonna do.
and he also gets a +2 to hit and damage on anything that he may do this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna put some extra effort into this
Ooh, okay.
because it's a pivotal moment.
Ooh, very nice. Playing the pivotal moment card and the extra effort.
So the extra effort card will allow me to add a d6 to any trait roll.
2 shots.
Okay. You gonna shoot from there, or you gonna move up?
I'll go ahead and move.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make your shot, and I'll have you make your guts check, and then we'll.
He fired without really looking.
Yeah, because you're gonna. Yeah, we'll shoot, and then we'll make notices later.
Because of what happened in the last town, I was going to do headshots.
All right.
So draw, fire, head.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing here.
All right.
So that's going to be at -4, -6, but I've got the Joker, so it's going to be at -2, -4.
-4. Now, okay. So before you make both your shots here,
And an extra d6 on one of these.
you make me another notice roll so you can figure out which head you want to shoot at. This is a good time to ace, by the way.
9.
9. All right, you were able to determine which head is the primary head.
Oh, yes.
And so you may shoot. All right, roll that mess. Oh my gosh, this is not a good debut for your D10.
Oh, I did get a 1 on my shooting die.
Legally, good thing you take the other one.
Yeah. All right. So pulled, fired, missed. Second shot.
Oof, there we go.
10 minus
4.
4.
6, which is a hit. Headshot is going to be +4 to damage, yes.
Okay, so there's
total dice roll is +7.
Oh, man, we just don't have any luck.
No. Gosh. Sheesh. 11 points.
11 points.
Just to the head.
So your second shot goes wide, just blows some bark off a tree. Second shot goes off and just skims, just grazes that head a little bit, and it kind of like after it grazes, it turns and it looks in your direction. Now make me the notice roll that I wanted you to make at the beginning.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Go ahead and get all the bad rolls out.
All right. Well, good effort.
Didn't notice that.
Didn't notice.
Too far away.
Yep, too far away, too dark. Shadows are in the way. So, what does it want to do?
And I'll strike a pose since it's looking at me.
Okay.
Just pull it out, the gun's smoking.
It's like,
I think it's actually going to, because you did hit it.
I tried to get its attention.
You did get its attention, so it turns at you. So he runs, he gets to the tree, and he can't quite get to you. But he just comes lumbering up to you.
So my look of smugness, as he's charging me, I'm like, oh, hell.
And then it turns into an even deeper oh, hell, as you realize a tragedy, and you notice one of the heads on there enfolded
Don't be stumping.
is Stump. Oh. And one of his legs is one of the legs that he's using to run at you. And his body looks very fresh. Very fresh. And make me a guts check. And because of this tragedy, it's going to be an additional -2 on top of the penalty it gets because of how gross this thing is.
Double ace.
Oh.
Plus my grit of 4. Still a crit fail.
It is still crit. Roll me that d20 on the fear table.
Worst day ever. That's a d20?
That is a d20.
I think I would apply to Stumpy, too.
Yep.
Yes, definitely his worst day.
Lucky number? 7.
7. You are just shaken by this. All right, so you're next at 3 clubs. We have to first determine if you are not shaken, so make me that spirit check.
So
You are not shaken.
9.
You just needed a 4. So you may act.
That was an incredibly embarrassing reaction to have. Given my, my gritty exterior, and then to freak out like a little girl when something jumps up out of the shadows. So I'm gonna move up and kind of throw my back up against the tree, just say a little prayer, kind of out of desperation. Lord, guide my hands as I fight this beast of the devil. And I'm going to try to use a miracle to boost my agility.
Ooh.
So that's a 20.
That is a
20, 19.
Yep, that's a success with a raise.
So I now have 12 agility.
Okay, and that leaves us with Porter.
All right, you guys back to what I think is his back to me.
He's probably still got 2 heads looking at you.
Oh, you got a good view of it. Why don't you make me a guts check? But go ahead and do your action first, because that wouldn't be fair. I'd let Josh get away with it. There's no reason why I wouldn't let you.
I'm dealing with the devil again. Right behind the priest. You can't see me.
I can't see you because I'm here taking the cover.
Because he's praying to the other side.
Because I'm seeing this big monstrosity. I'm having flashbacks of what happened to me, and how part of it was resolved, namely that arm being cut off. And so I'm going to give it a shot myself.
Ooh, okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how strong it ends up being.
This is where it could get real interesting.
Double joker.
2 pair.
2 pair. That's not bad.
So 2 pair gives me 4 power points. So I'm going to fire 2 double-powered bolts. So I flick my wrist and 2 cards go flying out towards the guy. So bolt is with a double, it's going to do 3d6 per bolt. So first one is 15. The second is 12.
Are you kidding me?
Well, this is exciting, isn't it? It's right about this time that there were a few issues with this tale, so allow me to kindly fill in the gaps. Porter's magical, or some might call it unholy, bolt of energy causes some damage to this 5 or rather 7-legged man, but it in no way is near death. Now, undeterred by Porter's actions, the beast charges Joshua and gives him a good what for, and knocking him to the ground. Then our good Reverend does his best and fans the hammer at this many-armed monster. It doesn't go very well, with one of the errant bullets hitting Joshua while he's down. Not to be outdone, of course, Joshua fans his own weapon right at the creature's face, and it stumbles a bit, but still refuses to go down. And that is where we'll pick things back up.
Pull my card. I'm shuffling them in my hand and pull them apart, and then there's that line of cards between my hands, and then it all glows with that green eldritch energy, and 3 of them shoot out towards him and like connected and all into one big blast.
Strikes in one of his arms and just rips it off. He staggers a bit and just howls into the night, which kind of freaks everyone. You can hear it, and it's multiple heads howling, so it has this crazy echoey kind of sound to it. Joshua, you see this clearly. When you see the green, it just shines in the dark. You see the arm get ripped off. You see the heads begin to howl, and unfortunately your eyes are drawn to Pete the Stump's head. You see again that his body has been folded in there, but you see the arm drop off and blood starts coming out, so you know that this, even though the creature continues to stand, you know that he can be killed. And we're in a new round. All right, so 3 hearts, and of course the key here is he's still shaken, so you definitely want to beat him. And not off to a good start. 3 hearts, 2 of clubs.
That's about right.
There's something. Ace of diamonds.
Oh, nice.
But the other thing that's going to beat you is Ace of spades or a joker. Ooh, Queen of spades. Close. But Saul, you get to go first.
Speed load.
Speed loader cylinder, yeah. So
Alright.
I can reload and start shooting again.
You can.
Alright, well I got 1 speed loader.
Okay.
It's always loaded, so I'm gonna pop that in.
Okay.
And God's got my back. I'm just gonna unload.
Walking up with determination. You just go on 1 shot, or you fanning the hammer?
Definitely gonna do that.
Bring the thunder.
All right. Bring the pain.
Our idea for combat is just fire enough shots, one of them will hit.
Nope.
Second.
Nope.
Ooh.
That's a double.
That was your 5th shot, right?
Fifth shot?
Got 1 more.
If I throw it really far, I'll get another one.
You fired 6 shots, and 4 of them were 1s or 2s.
Oh. Was it really that many? Boy. Okay.
This can't be happening.
Nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
You just played his nightmare card.
I want to be. We have 4 shots. I want to be an equal opportunity herder. So
Curse my bad luck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I shoot myself?
Oh, you don't pull a gun.
Well, you know what? Actually, we're gonna do the double ones. You absolutely shoot yourself.
Oh.
You got yourself in the foot. So we're just doing 3 shots. So the first shot
Or a bad ricochet.
or a bad ricochet is going to hit Porter. Second shot is going to hit you. And third shot, oh wow,
Nice.
Yeah, you spread it around a little bit. Very nice. So 6, just for 7 for Porter.
Oh, 7.
That beats my toughness by 1.
So you are potentially shaken.
4, 5.
Toughness is 4.
Alright, so I got 5.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I blew the shit out of my foot. I don't even know. That was
So that was 8, 12.
13.
What is your toughness?
4.
4. So 4, 8. That is shaken in 2 wounds. So you can try and soak those wounds if you like.
What if I were to say that on the first round of fanning the hammer, instead of all this happening, my gun has mechanical malfunction and jams?
I would say that would probably be okay. A device
I like
malfunction.
not being shaken.
Gun jams both strings. Yep. All right.
Didn't execute the speed load properly.
Yeah, that's it. God was looking out for me, and what I thought was me screwing up the speed load was, in fact, a blessing in disguise.
It was a nightmare saved.
Yes. All right. So nobody is potentially shaken.
But my gun is all
As
fucked
your
up.
gun has jammed, and that was on that first shot.
Yep.
And then that brings me to me. Am I shaken? This is a spirit roll. Ooh, this might be tough.
I guess I'll just have to rely on God now.
He is still shaken, so he cannot do anything.
See?
But he can move half, and he's looking around for you, Porter, and he can't see you because of the tree.
The right spot.
Because of the trees, so he's gonna go.
Oh no!
He sees you, but that's as far as he can get with you. And now we're at you, Porter.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do, I have the shotgun. I'm gonna throw it to him.
To Saul.
Yes.
All right.
Do I need to make a catch roll?
Make an agility check.
All right.
Oh, you got that boosted agility.
No, I got boosted vigor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I let him retcon to 10 bigger.
That explodes, and that's... So it's a 10 or a 7.
I can just see the cinematic moment.
It's a catch with a raise, so basically you catch it, he tosses it.
Like a one-handed catch.
So I throw it, and then I'm going to do it again because it's working so well, and I'm high on the power right now.
You gonna make another deal?
Are you kidding?
All right.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
3. I'm a little lacking this time.
Are you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I still have enough to cast it. Yeah, that's all I got is a pair of 3s. So I will just be casting one
bolt?
a pair of bolts.
8. That would be a hit with a raise.
And then the second bolt.
3. So the second one missed, but the first one hit. The first card strikes with a raise.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Holy cow, that's a good roll. Holy cow, that turned into a bad roll.
7, 8, 12 damage.
12 damage.
Wait,
How did you get 12 when you rolled 2 6s?
12 plus, that's
Yeah.
10 plus 7 plus 1 is what it is. So 17 plus 1 is 18. Sorry.
18.
Wow. I just forgot about the 6s. So when I threw it this time, the first card just kind of didn't go anywhere. The first card just hit the tree, and the second one just seemed to like suck the power out of the first one. It just slammed into him.
All right. I'm going to attempt to soak.
Just eat up all those chips.
That is my last chip. He soaks one of the wounds,
Shotgun is mighty.
but not the other.
Okay.
So Porter, how do you want to take him down?
Nice.
So I reel back, and the second card soaks the energy out of the first, and the first one just kind of flutters off, and the second one just slices right between the eyes of that main head, just splitting the head in half.
And he just kind of wobbles.
Also, I backpedal.
The hell out of you.
Your panic energizes the spell more.
He wobbles a little bit as if he's going to fall, and the conglomeration of bodies that he is starts to settle in on itself, and the legs basically act as posts, and it just kind of, but it doesn't fall over. And so you have this twisted, multi-body looking monstrosity just kind of there in the dark, and you can see some of the arms are kind of locked in certain positions as you grab the shotgun, point at him, and it slumps, and you're standing there looking at him, and it doesn't move. You hear this trailing voice in your ear as the power kind of fades from your Porter. It just says, "Next time."
I was going to pull due diligence out, look over at the Reverend, look back at this thing, and put a couple of bullets in the other heads.
You get to Pete's head,
And I can't do it.
you see him hesitate. Like
Yeah. I'm not getting close to that thing. Are you kidding? I can go back and get some more dynamite.
Saul, you walk up there, you see him as you get up there as he's putting the bullet in the last head.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Pete. His head's just kind of staring at you.
So I just walk up next to him. got the shotgun kind of dangled in one hand. Reach up with the other one. Close the eyes. Say, well, he made something of himself before that happened. Take out the shotgun. Right against the forehead.
The echo from the shotgun goes off, and, obviously not hardly anything left of his head. And you're just kind of, you're standing there holding for a moment, and you feel this arm hit you in the back, and it just rests on your shoulder, and you realize it's connected to Pete's body, and it falls and just kind of on your shoulder like that.
Toss the shotgun.
Oh, I miss.
Oh yeah,
It's not even close.
it just kind of lands.
I'm sort of staring at my hands at this point. I'm like,
Tendrils of smoke are still kind of wisping off there. At that point, Scott actually comes charging into the woods. He's got his shotgun.
Stay back.
What the hell is that?
Stay back.
You okay?
Yep. I start reloading my pistol as I'm telling him to stay back, and I kind of look over to you, still looking down at the ground. I'm like, much obliged. And I look over at Porter.
Oh, he's got a chunk
I
taken
got
out of his ear.
eyes, sort of.
His
Adrenaline
hat.
still pumping
Yeah.
through me. Looking at my hands still.
When did that happen?
I had an epiphany at the last fight. With Annabelle.
Yeah.
It worked.
You just be careful with that.
Worked really well.
Mm-hmm. Too well. What did Annabelle do to you?
So you have what? One wound or two?
I have 2 wounds.
2 wounds. One of them was from me.
Yep.
This is very kind of you.
Yeah, this is very normal for us.
We feel we need to damage each other as much as we
I
damage our
kind of
opponent.
see the
blood coming down
blood
into
coming
my
out,
hat.
the hole in the hat. I'm like, oh shit. So I kind of just turn, take you by the shoulders, say, well, we don't always hit what we aim at.
Ain't gotta tell me, brother.
But when we don't, the good Lord's there to pick up the slack. And just pat your shoulders, and I'm going to use healing. I'm going to use my last card. I've got the right medicine.
All right. I'll give you a +2 on the roll then for that. Very nice.
So, that is a D10 and a 6. I think it's a D10 and a 6, plus a 2, plus a 2.
Minus the 2, minus your
wound.
minus your
One wound.
and then his
I've got
wounds.
2.
Oh, yeah, so that's...
So you got a
minus
+1.
+1. Yep, so that's...
6.
That's a 6.
6. So yep, you can re-roll.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Absolutely.
I'm aiming for that raise. Oh, no. That's a 8. Well, actually, it's still a raise.
Oh, nice. 8.
Yeah. So you get rid of both wounds.
Yes.
Very nice. You gonna heal yourself?
Favoritism.
I was going to heal myself. Were you wounded?
I've been wounded. I'm still
Well, I mean,
not in
Right,
this
you
fight.
didn't get
Okay.
wounded in this
Fight.
combat.
all right, because I can't do anything about that other stuff. That's your business.
True.
All right, I'm gonna just kind of lean up against the tree and slump against it and have a little moment for myself.
This feeling from the healing that you put through Joshua is going to give him this like inner reflection and kind of a calm, this rest of his weary bones, and just it'll plant seeds in his psyche. The first time that a higher power of that nature has reached out for him, because he's used to dark energies and bad things happening to him, and this being kind of the first time that, whoa, there is a light, out there.
And I rolled a 9 to heal myself.
Okay, so you're good.
I'm just gonna have a nice little sit down.
You sure you don't need any help in there?
You got any liquor?
Well, back at the bar.
Thank you.
Got any kerosene?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have it with me, but I'll be right. I can be back rightly with some.
And the whiskey.
You two wait here. I'll go with him to get the kerosene. That way he doesn't need to see this.
Yep.
What do you?
I'll come with you, Scott. Help carry it. Say, help you tote it.
All right. So you're walking back with Scott. What be happening back there? Why didn't you want me to come in? He puts his arm up. I had a shotgun. I was ready to help you.
It was taken care of. No need to trouble yourself with that.
Yeah. What tore him in half like that?
I don't know what kind of critter or animal's out there, but we ran it off. Wounded it pretty good.
Yeah, what should
And
be needed?
I'll basically start weaving a story about what he might have glimpsed being more carnage from another attack, and that we drove off the bear or whatever it was that was mauling people like this.
What you gonna be burning? What you gonna be burning them with the kerosene?
Well, there's not enough really to bury, so
Funeral pyre.
yeah.
All right. Make me a tale-telling roll. Let's see how well you buffalo this guy.
I try to keep people from being afraid of everything. Doesn't always work. Doesn't always work.
Uh-oh.
I get
Oh, I have
a
to
2 on my persuasion checks for my tell with my edge, so that's going to be a 9.
9.
And thank you for healing me, so I don't have negatives.
He definitely seems to buy into what you're telling. I went to go and was yelling for Pete, but he didn't hear me. Well, at least if he didn't hear me, he didn't respond. I didn't wait around too long for him.
I'll just put a hand on his shoulder.
Oh, he got there before me. He didn't make it.
Pete was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. I went to the guy. I knew he had kind of a troubled past, but well, that's good. All right. Well, grab that can there. We'll bring it back. So you gonna let Scott in to see? Okay.
No, I'll be like, I'll take care of this. You don't need to see this.
I'll tell G.
Yep.
That should be taking care of it. So he goes and relates your story to G. You go and burn in the rest of the Chinese camp there, and you take care of burning this thing. What are you doing this whole time, Porter? You just
Yeah, on his back.
No, I'm probably. Oh, do I want to do this? I'm still high on the power a little bit,
I so want to compel you to.
and I'm going to. I'm like, where? Why now? Why here? And so I'm going to walk up to it while he's out getting his thing,
Kerosene.
and I'm going to touch it,
all right.
and I'm going to use hunch. I don't like to be surprised, and if I know why, maybe it helps. You know, it might be absolutely scary and something I don't want to know. Oh no.
Jokers. Nice.
There is a Joker in there,
Oh, you so want to use it.
but
Am I gonna have to give you another lecture?
I got a flush without the Joker.
Damn.
So if there was a better hand with the Joker, I may have taken it. But there
So what does
isn't.
the Joker do with that?
It acts as a wild card, so he can use it, so it can help him succeed. But then
Right.
at the same time, basically the Manitou that he makes the deal with tricks him,
Okay.
and is able to unleash a little backlash on him at the end of the process.
Okay.
So a flush gets you.
Hit with the raise.
So here's what you see. Since you're still a little drunk with power,
Yeah.
you get this feeling that you're a normal prairie dweller in the sense that you might have a homestead, a farm somewhere, probably nearby. You just have that feeling that it's nearby. You then get a sense of there's a rapid kind of flashes, and you're in your house, and there's a sound outside your door. You open the door. Annabelle is standing there. The images flash again, and suddenly you find yourself outside, out by your fire pit, and you have been restrained, but you're not tied. So you're lying and you can't move. Annabelle comes into your vision, and she pulls something out of her head again. She unwraps her head, and she has the writhing things going on in her head, and you can see it in the firelight, and she pulls one out, and you get that same sensation of when it went down your throat, and it goes down this individual's throat, and you're choking. You can feel yourself choking. And as this is happening, somebody else steps into your vision. It's another woman, and she looks down, but as she leans over, as the choking kind of subsides and whatever Annabelle put in you has gone into your gut, she leans over, and it almost as if her face kind of falls forward a little bit, and you realize that she's wearing a skin mask of somebody else's face. And you can hear her say something to you, but you cannot understand what she's speaking in a raspy kind of voice, and the rhythm of her speech seems to indicate that she might be native. And you can feel strange sensations inside of your body, and you start seeing like red rivulets run up into your vision and start to cloud. And as she's speaking, she grabs the top of her face, her skin mask, and she pulls it off. And just as you're about to see what her face looks like, the red takes over, and so you don't get to see that final vision, but you could definitely tell she was removing whatever skin mask she had. And you don't know what was there, but you just get a sense of horror, and it leaves you feeling quite chilled.
So you mean I immediately run over to a tree and puke my guts out again as all those sensations come back to me, and that taste, and yeah. Lovely.
Boy, that's fucked up.
And you're standing there taking your moment, and then he starts doing that.
All I do is walk over and touch him, and then immediately just turn and puke by the tree.
That seems about the appropriate response.
Yeah, just something like that. Yeah. And the creature burns. You have whiskey.
And I drink kickapoo.
And you drink some kickapoo. Just thought it'd be up. Fair enough.
That had helped last time.
You sleep in the saloon, and you have to get up in the middle of the night a couple times because the kickapoo
Kicked in.
Kickapoo kicked in. However, you do feel better for having done that just from what you had experienced. And next morning, I'm assuming you're going to head out back on the Fargo. All right.
Gotta get to Fargo. I'm going to relay to Joshua, I may not mean as much to you, but that this thing was made by Annabelle and someone else.
Can you describe to someone else?
Not a woman, or maybe they were wearing a skin mask. So...
Again, he kind of goes pale.
Well, that doesn't sound like good news for Joshua. I wonder if he'll be able to resist the call of the bottle. With the ordeal in Ortonville now over, our posse can hit the trail once again. See what they get up to in our next issue, Far Gone in Fargo, Part 1. The part of Joshua Young is played by Brent Rich. Porter Holt is played by Brad Smith. Saul Dearborn is played by Matt Blackie, and your intrepid marshal is played by Chris Hussey. Deadlands and Savage Worlds are the property of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Learn more about their great games at their website, peginc.com. And of course, thanks always to our friends at Fear the Boot. Support their Patreon at patreon.com/feartheboot. Much of the music in this issue provided by the Eaglestone Collective. Other music by Benedict Edwards and Coag Music. The Five-Legged Man accompaniment provided by Gunslinger Andy. contact information for the cast, as well as the music in this issue and the unofficial Deadlands Discord, can be found in the notes on our website, ap.feartheboot.com. If you enjoy these issues, please consider dispensing a lovely 5-star review on wherever it is that you do listen from. It is kindly appreciated. I'm Ernest Wick for the Tombstone Epitaph, and remember, temptation is like a knife that may either cut the meat or the throat of a man. It may be his food or his poison, his exercise or his destruction.